We never live. We are always in the expectation of living. The hardest thing of all is to find a black cat in a dark room, especially if there is no cat. But man's duty is to try and endeavor. Success depends upon chance and environments. Too many people are too busy making a living to make a life. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you odd. So in war, the way is to avoid what is strong and strike at what is weak. We can't avoid reasoning. We can only avoid doing it well. Be grateful for what you already have while you pursue what you want. If truth doesn't set you free, generosity of spirit will. Maturity is when you stop complaining and making excuses and start making changes. You grow mentally weak when your life is too comfortable. It was easier to ask for forgiveness than it was to get permission. Any fool can know. The point is to understand. No matter how safe and beautiful it is, a cage is still a cage. Your vision will be blurry, but it will grow clear with time. Remember, if you play small, you stay small. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. In order to be yourself, you must first know who you are. In war, numbers alone confer no advantage. Do not advance relying on sheer military power. I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. There's no such thing in anyone's life as an unimportant day. You endure what is unbearable, and you bear it. That is all. Everything that is done in this world is done by hope. Many things are not as they seem. The worst things in life never are. There's no clarity. There was never meant to be clarity. If at first you don't succeed, destroy all evidence that you've tried. I'm just doing me, and to me, that's what got me this far. We say later, later, until later becomes too late, and all we can think of is if only. I was never aware of any other option but to question everything. Go slowly, so that you do not bite your tail by accident. Believe those who are seeking the truth. Doubt those who find it. The distance between insanity and genius is measured only by success. Bad habits are like a comfortable bed, easy to get into, but hard to get out of. Sometimes, the best of God's gifts arrive by the shattering of all the window panes. Flow with whatever may happen, and let your mind be free. All men know the utility of useful things, but they do not know the utility of utility. Hence the saying, the enlightened ruler lays his plans well ahead. The good general cultivates his resources. Weak leadership can wreck the soundest strategy. I ought to go upright and vital and speak the rude truth in all ways. Monsters are real, and ghosts are real too. They live inside us, and sometimes they win. To truly laugh, you must be able to take your pain and play with it. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. It is the fundamental emotion that stands at the cradle of true art and true science. Great men are like eagles and build their nest on some lofty solitude. It is error alone which needs the support of government. Truth can stand by itself. At the heart of nature's mystery lies another mystery. A lack of clarity could put the brakes on any journey to success. If you can feel the future, then you are about to experience it. Respect yourself, and others will respect you. A kind gesture can reach a wound that only compassion can heal. The nourishment of body is food, while the nourishment of the soul is feeding others. Learn from who you were, appreciate who you've become, and carefully invest into who you want to be. In conflict, straightforward actions generally lead to engagement. Surprising actions generally lead to victory. Things don't happen for no reason. They happen to teach you something. It's not what you are in life, but what you make of it. I am the shore and the ocean, awaiting myself on both sides. The older I grow, the more I distrust the familiar doctrine that age brings wisdom. You show me a capitalist, and I'll show you a bloodsucker. Many things that don't really mean so much of anything are wonderful. For a word to be spoken, there must be silence, before and after. Belief can be manipulated. Only knowledge is dangerous. Half of seeming clever is keeping your mouth shut at the right times. Truth is what stands the test of experience. If you make a mistake and do not correct it, this is called a mistake. The greatest step towards a life of simplicity is to learn to let go. You never know who you're inspiring or uninspiring. People notice more than you think. A clever person solves a problem. A wise person avoids it. Thus the expert in battle moves the enemy and is not moved by him. He who is highly esteemed is not easily conspired against. Don't depend too much on anyone in this world, because even your own shadow leaves you when you are in darkness. The trick is to enjoy life. Don't wish away your days, waiting for better ones ahead. If you fuel your journey on the opinions of others, you are going to run out of gas. If you make a mistake and do not correct it, this is called a mistake. If you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. When you are ignorant of the enemy, but know yourself, your chances of winning or losing are equal. Thinking something does not make it true. Wanting something does not make it real. When I stopped to take a breath, I noticed I had wings. Every team has its weakness, and every team has its strength. Choose to correct your mistakes, rather than comparing it to others. Begin by seizing something which your opponent holds dear. Then he will be amenable to your will. When the position is such that neither side will gain by making the first move, it is called temporizing ground. You will do foolish things, but do them with enthusiasm. Fear is the polio of the soul, which prevents our walking by faith. Some use drugs to silence the pain. Others use them to feel the pain they silenced. It is man's natural sickness to believe that he possesses the truth. In every walk with nature, one receives far more than he seeks. The job of feet is walking, but their hobby is dancing. Fear not the path of truth, for the lack of people walking on it. Keep your best wishes close to your heart and watch what happens. Anger dwells only in the bosom of fools. It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer. Anyone who does anything creative is always going to want to change. Humanity must forgive humanity, for only then can we be humane. I always felt like you had to be important to have enemies. Challenges in life can either enrich you or poison you. You are the one who decides. Life is not about living the safer option. Life is about living a life worth living. Men of this world all rejoice in others being like themselves and object to others not being like themselves. Everything takes time. Bees have to move very fast to stay still. I'd rather be an optimist and a fool than a pessimist and right. Changing is what people do when they have no options left.